People get up at this time regularly. Oh my god, I can't see. That's so bright. Hello you guys, today was a very early morning because I had to take my dad to the airport. Literally what else is news story of my life. But now it's 7:20 and I figured I would seize the day with this opportunity because I had to take him down so early, and when I have to come down to Salt Lake City, I try to just take advantage of the drive here first of all, and second of all, I figured I would take advantage of the early start and get some work done. So I'm at a coffee shop now. I'm at Sugar House Coffee. Woohoo. And yeah, I'm just gonna try to get some work done, get some breakfast, get a matcha because I need something to help wake me up. And then we're going to go to Trader Joe's and do a whole grocery shop because your girl needs to stock up on some goods. I also have a little bit of a TED Talk to share because my dad and I are pretty close. Like, we definitely will talk about our feelings, like we update each other on our lives quite a bit, and like we were just talking on the drive down to the airport, and just long story short, he was saying how he feels like he wish he was a better dad, and like of course it like made me all emotional when I was driving from the airport to the coffee shop, because of course like neither of my parents were perfect by any means. Like, I definitely am fairly open on my podcast, like of course within reason, trying to respect people's privacy, but like I definitely went through stuff when I was younger that technically they were like at fault for, but like being older now and like having a whole new perspective and like understanding emotions better and just having more awareness, it's like I just wanted to remind everyone, because in my head I'm like, Dad, like you were such a good dad, like I admire you so much, I look up to you so much, and like yes, there was shitty things that happened that were done, but they really don't taint my love and like adoration for him at all. And if anything, I understand why my parents did what they did more, you know, now than ever. And I just want to remind everyone, like, because I understand family relationships can be so difficult, and I don't want to speak for anyone or tell you how you should feel, but for those who need to hear it, like, please remember your parents are just humans too. Like, remember that they're doing the best that they can with the information that they have. Like, they're just humans, they're just adults like you and I who are trying to do their best, but who are also trying to guide and lead other humans when they're still navigating life at the age that they're at for the first time as well. And like, I just look back to things that happened with my parents, and I'm like, my parents went through a really bad divorce, and so in my head I'm like, I totally understand why you guys may have acted out in the way that you did. Like, you guys were going through heartbreak of a marriage of 20 years, like trying to navigate how you're going to be on your own, like so many life stresses that they were going through trying to raise 4 children at the same time. I can't even imagine it, because I know how upset that I get with things, and I can't imagine having to also lead children and go through complete normal life responsibilities fully independently as an adult. Like, it just is so It's just a lot, and it's not always a breeze for everyone, so I know that's so random, but I feel like it's an important message. Shout out to both my parents. I love you forever so much. Alright, let's go get some grub and some matcha and get some work done.
I can be a shadow rolling on the street. I can make the same movements on repeat. I can go on walking when I'm sound asleep. I can lose myself that way. Wanna see from the bright side, keep my head in the game, be a shaker out in the land of the living. Wanna be on the inside, a bell that can ring, keep my feet level in the land of the living. They say
Alright, you guys, we are officially finally on the move again. I knew I was going to spend a long time in there. It's now 11. Oh, exactly 11:11. I knew I was going to end up being in there for a long time. Almost 4 hours. I honestly don't even know why my work takes me so long, but it just does. But I honestly did get a lot done. I was working on a really exciting podcast, which I don't know when this video is going to go up, but a few videos ago I was saying how I unfortunately went like a pretty big spurt without posting on the podcast for reasons outside of my control, but also I definitely could have like stepped in and filmed other things. I just really wanted this episode specifically to be my 100th episode, so I wanted to wait. Anyways, I finally have, by the time this video goes up, the episode will be live, and oh my god, so I've been keeping it secret. I haven't like spoken about it at all on like any platforms, but I essentially had my first ever guest on my podcast, one that wasn't just my family, because I've had my family on, but my first like official guest, and it was with Kayla Rose, Sundays KK, I think is what her username is on Instagram and on social media, but she's the host of the Skinny Dipping podcast, and I love her podcast so much. And I discovered it, honestly, I think I misspoke in the podcast, because I definitely discovered her earlier. It was like a couple of years ago. Like, I feel like it was fall of 2022, I want to say, is when I stumbled across her podcast. And like, I just think she's so brilliant, she's so wise, she's so well spoken, but like in a digestible way, and she is like gives the best advice, and I was so humbled and honored for her to have like reached out and asked to record together. Like, it was such a dream experience. She was the best first guest for me to have, because she's so easy to talk to, so approachable, like I said, but she had so much value to give, and our conversation flowed so well. I had an outline for the episode, but like nothing, we didn't touch pretty much on, I think we touched on one thing that I had on the outline, but otherwise it was just like a full-on free ball conversation, and that's exactly honestly what I was preferring for that to happen, because I love when conversation, like when podcasts like that with guests seem more conversational, and it sounds like you're just listening in on a conversation. I love the way the podcast turned out. I'm almost done editing it. I just am so thankful for that experience, and I feel like it was exactly what I needed as well, because I have a small circle. I have like my handful of really good friends that like I would die for, but with that, it's like none of them are in the space that I'm in, and not a lot of people fully understand what I'm doing. And so a lot of the times I feel very alone with what I'm doing, and sometimes I lack insight and like advice for me to take my stuff to the next level, because I don't have anyone to look up to. I don't have anyone to ask for guidance. Like, I'm literally navigating all this alone for the first time, and it's definitely a nuanced space. Social media is just so subjective and different for everyone, and so it was so comforting to be able to get insight from her, see kind of what she's doing, hear the advice that she has, and just feel less alone, and just also be able to have that collaboration in the space. I don't have coworkers, and I could go on and on. Like, it was just so amazing. So again, that will already be posted. My podcast is Lift It Listens. If you don't already know, it's available on all streaming platforms. Okay, let's go to Trader Joe's. Trader Joe's, I can't help but say it every time. That was like a night and day difference from like how busy it normally is in Trader Joe's. It wasn't that early. I went around like, it's around noon right now. But it was so much better because I feel like I usually find myself pulling up in there between 3 and 5 o'clock, aka when everyone's like coming after work or whatever. And it's usually a madhouse. And that I actually was the first time I was able to like shop in there and not be like, oh my gosh, there's so much going on. I'm overly stimulated. There's so many people in here. So that was actually a really pleasant experience. I need to go home and record like the intro to the podcast that I did with Kayla. And I also still need to train, but it's really nice out, like so nice out, and part of me wants to literally just go sit on a park bench. Oh, the decisions of my day. Oh, I could smell fresh grass. That smells so good. I'm so happy it's getting warmer. Okay, I high-key just sat on the floor and basked in the sun for like 15-20 minutes. Now let's do a little grocery haul. I'm not gonna lie, this was a little bit pricey, which I did get more than I normally do. I did get a lot of meat and I bought more organic things than I normally do. But all of this was $124.83. Which I think is a lot. But I also did get some like spices that aren't everyday buys, etc. I do just want to preface that this is definitely like a very clean, whole food based grocery haul. I don't know if you guys can tell, but like I've been feeling just better, like mentally, physically, soulfully. I've been like feeling more alive, more aligned, more myself, more inspired, more passionate, and really fueling my body with really good food helps that momentum for me. And like when I'm feeling good, I want to kind of capitalize on that, and like eating good makes me feel good and feeling good makes me want to eat well, and so it just like is like this beautiful cycle. I'm also really trying to just fuel my body the best I can because Bali is coming up and I just want to feel my best for that as well. And I don't know, I'm just in this, I've been feeling so inspired again lately, and I'm like, I just want to optimize. Like I really have been working really hard and taking action on a lot of goals that I've really been wanting to bring into fruition, and so I'm just like inspired. Not that I need to explain myself, but yeah, I bought like literally 0 packaged food. I will say though, my mom got me a good amount of candy for Easter, so I didn't really need to get any dessert, even though I have been on a low-key sugar cleanse because I've been actually also so relaxed with my eating like for the past minute. And so for the past like week or two, I really have been focusing on eating better, especially this past week, and so I want to keep that ball rolling. And what else? I didn't need like bread, I didn't need rice, I didn't need potatoes or anything like that. Okay, let's get into it. So for produce, I got some bell peppers because I really want to make like chicken, peppers, and onions. I love that, or even do like fajitas with that. I got some carrots, which I honestly got these because organic carrots were only 99 cents at at Trader Joe's. I also got this pretty big pack of zucchini. My boyfriend really likes zucchini, and so I figured I would make that or even freeze what I don't use. And then these are 2 of my like favorite frozen veggies from Trader Joe's. I got the green beans. These thin green beans are so good, and it says they're shipped from France. It says imported from France, where fertile soils produce vast amount of vegetables, which, you know, you always hear that our soils in the US are depleted, and so like our vegetables aren't as nutrient dense. I don't know how much this is like making a difference that it's from France, but I noticed that last night actually when I had those, and I thought it was cool. Also, these colorful carrot corns, these are really good. The ingredients are insane and they taste really good. They have a lot of flavor, so I like those to have for some frozen veggie. And then for some fruit, I got a lot of fruit because also the warmer weather is making me want to eat more fruit. So I got some gala apples. Those are my favorite ever. I got more bananas. I got these yellow peach haps for the first time, which I've always loved like jarred or canned fruit when I was little, but usually like they have high fructose corn syrup in it, but this one doesn't, which is good. It's just peaches, white grape juice from concentrate, and then citric acid and absorbic acid. So I was like, that's honestly better ingredients than I thought, so I figured we would try that. I got some dried mango, of course, which these didn't look very good, but I just tried it and they actually are still very sweet. I got some raspberries, 2 mangoes, which I'm always a little nervy to buy mangoes in the States because I personally feel like you never know how they're gonna come out. Like I hate when they're not sweet. So we'll see, hopefully those are good. Then I got an avocado in 2 pairs. And then for my protein sources, I got some ground turkey, some chicken tenders. When your chicken is like really more thinly cut, it cooks so much faster, so I really like to get those. Then I got 2 things of ground beef. I got one 85.15 because it's organic, but it was the same price as the 94.6 leaner ground beef. They were the same price. So I just got one of each. And then I also got 2 things of steak. I got 1 top sirloin steak and then 1 ribeye because they didn't have any more of these. Otherwise, I normally get this one. And then I also got some more turkey bacon because I think we only have like 1 left in the freezer and I like my stash to be stocked. This is the best butter ever. This butter tastes so insanely good, so we were low on that, so I got more of that. Protein bars, you know the drill. Bear Bells, they're so fire, so I got the salty peanut one. This may be my top favorite flavor. I got 2 of those, and then I got 1 of the caramel cashew flavor. Oh, also for protein, I overheard someone say how good these were, the like smoked salmon in a little jar, and the ingredients are really good. It's just an olive oil and sea salt. So I figured I would try this. I don't really know what I'm gonna eat it with, but there's 21 grams of protein in here. I don't know, I figured I could like put it on my sourdough. I don't know. And then I got these 2 spices, this salmon rub I always like for salmon, but then this one I've never tried before. I hope I like it. And then this is for my boyfriend, Letty, AKA Brian. This is 100% pineapple juice, and the cans are so cute and like trendy, and I thought that he would really love these. So, like, how cute is this packaging? That's adorable. So lots of fruits, veggies, meat, and some protein bars, pretty much. All right, now we're cutting to the gym. It was upper body day. I have to say the last video I posted when I did my boyfriend's workout, I tried this machine for the first time, and clearly I loved it because I came back for more for this upper body day. So this is a high to low row. I have done this before with like the cable version of this machine, not the free weight one. But I love this so much. It has such a nice big stretch. So I did 4 sets of about 12 here. And I basically, again, as always, dropping those shoulder blades back and down. And I'm trying to squeeze my upper back to pull my elbows down towards my side. I just love the range of motion on this one. Also, can we just talk about how often I low-key get injured from hip thrusting? Like those 2 little dots on my back are because I did hip thrust not on a normal decline bench. I did it on like some blocks and it really was like skidding. Is that the right word? I don't know. It was like burning my back and I didn't realize it until after. Or I'll get like these bruises on my hips or like skin my hips. Anyways, no need to fear though, that's what it's from. Okay, then I went into a barbell row, which I don't know why, but I have not done these in ages. I feel like these used to be an upper body staple, and then all of a sudden I just was like so turned off by them for whatever reason. So I did 3 sets of 15 here. This I feel like is such a great staple for really getting back definition, and I want to add these into my routine again as a staple. So again, same thing, dropping those shoulder blades away from my ears to engage my back muscles, and I'm driving this barbell to the crease of my hips. I'm keeping my core nice and tight. My feet are about shoulder width apart. My neck is in line with my spine, and my spine is also really neutral. So as you can see, I'm not arching or curving my back. I'm pretending like there's a board strapped to it. It's nice and long and neutral. Guys, so many new exercises on this one. Like, what was I doing? Then I went into a bench press. This isn't new for me, but I mean, like, I don't bench press a lot. It's no secret. So here I did 3 sets of 12. I don't know what came over me, but it just sounded like a good idea. I think I just was bored of all my other exercises. Something to keep in mind when you're lining up for this, I position my body so that my eyes are directly in line with the bar once it's racked. And then once I'm taking it off the rack, I'm basically lifting it up and pulling the bar down, if you will, over my chest, as you can see. So I'm not sitting, like when I'm under the bar, I'm not directly square under it with my chest, if that makes sense. I'm keeping my elbows out at about a 45-degree angle from my side. I'm trying to keep my wrists nice and neutral as well. I'm not letting them fold back. Y'all, I'm just saying, I brought you a fun and fresh workout, because clearly you ain't never seen none of these before, at least from my channel, or at least in a while. So then I went to a lateral to front raise, because clearly the theme is just switching it up today. So I did 3 sets of 10. These were kind of brutal, I'm not gonna lie. I decreased my weight here, so you're essentially just going to do a normal lateral raise, pausing at the top, doing a little pivot action, and bringing the dumbbells right in front of you as if you were doing kind of the second half or ending of a front raise, I guess. And then you're doing the motion in the opposite direction and coming back down, keeping that core nice and tight as well, always keeping a slight bend in our arms to protect our elbows. And we're stopping that lateral raise right when my arms are parallel to the ground. So I'm basically coming out to a perfect T, rotating my palms so that they're coming together in front of me, going back out and then dropping it. Then finally getting into our tricep and bicep work, I did a cable tricep extension. I have a little bit of a different attachment, as you can see here. It's not a rope, but it's also not a straight bar. So I did 3 sets of 15. I also have a little bit of a forward torso lean. So it's kind of almost like a suspended tricep extension, if you will. Biggest thing, as always, want to keep those elbows as neutral and stationary as possible. My upper arms are nice and still. All I'm doing is trying to drive my palms down to the ground by squeezing my triceps. And then last but not least, we had to finish off with a curl. So I decided to do single arm here because we haven't done a single arm unilateral exercise at all yet in this workout, excuse me. So I did 10 on each side for 3 sets. I have just a normal handle attachment. Again, keeping those elbows nice and still. I'm trying to keep my chest nice and open, my core tight, and I'm just trying to bring my palm up towards the sky by squeezing my bicep. And as you can see, I'm stopping when I'm about 3/4 of the way up to keep that constant tension. So I'm not letting my palm flop into my shoulder. I'm stopping at that peak contraction of 3/4 of the way there. And of course, trying to keep that elbow nice and stationary. I'm not moving out to the side or anything like that. So then I haven't cold plunged in a minute, you guys. It's been like a week or so, which is honestly a minute for me. So then it was time to go do that. I know I can. Letty, I'm soft, dog. I'm struggling today. Oh, it's been 6 minutes and 20 seconds. So I'm outie.
I'm going to the 45.
Fine. Okay. 6:50. Okay, 10 more seconds. I'm going to 7 minutes at this point. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You guys, I haven't done this in like a week and I feel so soft. I feel like my tolerance went down. That was brutal. Go, Letty. Go, Letty. Oh. I mean, it looks like it. I almost forgot to give Letty a surprise. Okay, ready? Your eyes closed? Okay, open them. They're little cans of pineapple juice. Aren't they so cute?
They are.
I thought you would like them.
I will definitely drink one tonight.
It's literally just pineapple juice. All right, y'all. That's going to wrap up this vlog. I'm not going to lie. I truly feel like Superwoman. Today, I feel like it's 6 o'clock now. I feel like I've literally done... The day hasn't felt abnormally long per se. I just feel like I finally had time to get everything that I usually want to get done in a day done. So I'm like, maybe this should be the new me, is like be waking up at, 5:30 a.m. I'm probably not going to do it, but I'm just saying I feel so productive today. I got so many things done. Vlogged for YouTube, edited the podcast, did a lot of emails, answered YouTube comments. I talked on my Instagram story. I organized a good amount of things for the Bali retreat, lifted, cold plunged. I just feel like I feel so accomplished today and like so fulfilled. And I love that feeling. Okay, anyways. Thank you guys so much for watching. Again, if you haven't already, go check out my latest podcast episode 100 of Lift It Listens. It's available on all streaming platforms. And thank you guys so much for all your love and support. Thank you guys for being here. Truly, thank you guys for holding space for me. Thank you guys for receiving my creativity and receiving all my thoughts that I share with you guys and just allowing me to share my life with you. I appreciate you guys being here so much, and I always will. I'm sending you guys so much love, and hopefully I'll see you in the next epi. Peace out.